Hey guys, before we get too deep into probability, we do have to talk about a concept called factorials. Okay, so it's an idea, it's an operation, believe it or not. And I am not drawing this exclamation point here because I'm really excited about factorials. In mathematics, this is the symbol for factorial. Actually, before we get started, timeout. Okay, sorry, I just need to make sure that we had it on our calculator. Okay, so what is a factorial? Now we'll get into what we're using for. I'll give you the basic idea right now. But it's a way to shorthand write a type of multiplication problem. So say I had a baseball team, right? I know you guys hate baseball, but I miss it so much. So say you got a baseball team, right? Now you got to pick 9 guys, right? 9 guys, 9 ladies if it's softball, or if you ladies are playing hardball, which you should be. You got 9 guys, right? And you need to create a batting order. Okay? What that is that says, all right, well, you can't bet the same guy 9 times in a row, right? Otherwise, you'd have Mike Trout get up there every single time, right? But what you need to do is you need to choose your guys or girls in order. You pick 9 of them, you put them in a row, right? It's 9 people on a baseball team or a softball team, and you need to put them in a batting order, right? Well, factorials help us answer the question, how many batting orders are there? Okay, so let's think about it. You got 9 slots, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. In the leadoff spot, in your first spot in your lineup, first person to go up to hit, you have a choice of 9 people, right? Now we're going to say simple, saying there's 9 people on the team. It gets a little more complicated. So you have 9 people for the first slot, okay? How many different people do you have for the second spot? Well, it's a little bit different because you don't have 9 people. Somebody won the first spot. It doesn't matter who, but somebody won the first spot, which means you only have 8 people for the second spot. Then you have 7 people left for the third spot, right? Because there's 2 less people, okay? And then we go all the way down. 6, 5, right? 4, 3, 2, 1, right? And by the time you get to that list, no matter who you chose, there's only one person left, one guy left for that last spot, right? So what you'd have to do is you'd have to say, okay, what's 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And that's the fundamental accounting principle that we talked about. Now, that is a lot to write every single time you need to do this. So to abbreviate this, 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, we would say 9 factorial, okay? And what you do is, rather than type all this inside your calculator, you'd break out your scientific calculator. I'm using Desmos.com, their scientific calculator. It's in different places on different calculators, so if you have one, let me know. You should be able to just type it. So if I said 9 and then literally put an exclamation point, you have this many different ways, okay? If you guys can't use the keyboard, I believe it's you go to function, and it's right there, an exclamation. And what is it? You have 360,880 ways. So that's 360,000, what's it, 360,000? Jeez, 362,880, okay? And that's much faster than writing 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, okay? So factorials are a shorthand way of writing the different order we can put things in, right? So if I said, hey, what is 5 factorial? Well, that means 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Well, 5 times 4 is 20. 3 times 2 is 6. And 1, anything times 1 is just itself. So 20 times 6 is going to be 120. Okay? Again, you want to throw inside the calculator. There's really no harm in it. Okay? You can't take a negative factorial, so there's no factorials of negative numbers. So if you don't like negative numbers, good for you. There's not a whole lot of negative numbers in probability to begin with, right? You can't take a probability of something that's in the negative. So again, what if I said, hey, what's I don't know, 7 factorial? Okay. Well, once you get kind of past a few numbers, guys, it's calculator time, right? So important is that you understand what it means. More important is maybe that you guys know how to put it inside a calculator because these numbers get big fast. So 7 factorial would be that. Okay? Good? No worries? Now, that's all you need to know how to do is plug into the calculator for today, except I do need to mention one very, very, very important thing, okay? And that is this fact, okay? What is 0 factorial? Now, I said you couldn't have negative numbers, but 0 factorial is 1, okay? That is an important fact. You need to keep that in mind. You will be asked about that, I promise, okay? 0 factorial is 1, okay? Why? Why? And again, if you have no interest in knowing why, you can turn this off right now and you get to work on IXL. But let's talk about it. So we said that 5 factorial we said was 120, right? 4 factorial. Well, that's 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, which is 4 times 3 is 12. 12 times 2 is 24. Okay. What is 3 factorial? What's 3 times 2 times 1, which is 6. What's 2 factorial? Well, that's 2 times 1, which is 2. And what's 1 factorial? Well, that would just be 1. Okay? Things to keep in mind. 4 factorial. Hold on, time out. Okay. Sorry about that. So each factorial, in order to get to the next level, well, think about this. 24, right, divided by 4 is 6. Right? Everybody follow that? 24 divided by 4 is 6. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 1 divided by 1 is 1. Okay? So again, I'll try that again. 24 divided by 4 is 6. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 1 divided by 1 is 1 again. More important for us, okay? We won't be able to do the further math. If this were true, we broke math. It won't, it just literally the problems will not work. So to a certain extent, it's a means to an end, but there is a way to kind of explain this, okay? There is a way to kind of make this work. So anyway, like I said, I hope that that helps you guys out. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry, I keep it like the cat is like crawling all over me. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, sorry about that. All right. So anyway, listen, give these a try. Like I said, you can just use a calculator for them if you guys are a little bit stuck, and we'll talk about how we're going to apply these things to things called combinations and permutations in the not too distant future. Okay, so have a look, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks.